Taehyung sat in his study, the dim light casting long shadows across the room. His mind was a battlefield torn between his desire for revenge and the growing feeling he had for wine. He clenched his fist, his jaw tightening as he stared at the photograph of his parents. Their faces were still blurred in his memory, but the pain of losing them was as sharp as ever. I can't let this go, he muttered to himself, his voice slow and disheartened. I have waited too long. I have sacrificed too much. He had made his decision. He would go through with his plan to kill Jeong Min-ho one step further. But there was one thing he had not accounted for. One, he could not bring himself to divorce her after the deed was done. He did not want to lose her, even if it meant keeping the truth hidden forever. Jungkook, Taehyung called, his voice cold and resolute. Jungkook entered the room, his expression unreadable. You called? Taehyung nodded, his eyes dark with determination. It's time we move tonight. Jungkook's jaw tightened, but he did not urge. What about wine? Taehyung hesitated, his heart clenching at the thought of her. She doesn't need to know. After it's done, I will keep her close. She will never find out the truth. Jungkook's eyes flickered with something, guilt perhaps, but he nodded. Understood. As Jungkook left the study, his mind raced. He could not let Taehyung go through with this. Van was his sister, and he had to protect her, even if it meant betraying Taehyung. He pulled out his phone and sent a quick message to Van. If you want to save your father, meet me at the old warehouse by the docks at midnight. Come alone. He knew it was risky, but it was the only way. He would make sure Van was there to stop Taehyung before it was too late. The night was dark, the moon hidden behind thick clouds. Taehyung and his men moved swiftly, their footsteps silent as they approached Jeong Min-ho's mansion. The plan was simple: kidnap him, take him to the warehouse, and make him pay for what he had done. Jeong Min-ho was caught off guard, his protest silenced as the young man subdued him. They dragged him to a van, his muffled cries echoing in the night. Taehyung was coldly, his heart hardened by years of pain and anger. Let's go, he ordered, his face devoid of emotion. The warehouse was dimly lit, the air thick with tension. Jeong Min-ho was tied to a chair, his face bruised and blooded. They stood before him, his eyes burning with hate. Do you know why you are here? Taehyung asked, his voice low and dangerous. Jeong Min-ho looked up, his eyes filled with fear. I don't know what you want from me. Please, just let me go. Taehyung's lips curled into a cruel smile. Let you go after what you did to my parents? You took everything from me. Now it's my turn to take everything from you. Jeong Min-ho's eyes widened in shock. Your parents? I don't know what you are talking about. I never hurt anyone. Taehyung's patient snapped. He grabbed Jeong Min-ho by the collar. He is shaking with rage. Don't lie to me. You killed them. You destroyed my family. Jeong Min-ho shook his head desperately. No, you are wrong. I was friends with your father. I would never hurt him. Taehyung froze, his grip loosening slightly. What are you talking about? Before Jeong Min-ho could respond, a voice rang out from the shadows. Stop. Taehyung turned, his heart stopping as he saw Vine standing there, her eyes wide with horror. Vine, what are you doing here? Vine stepped forward, her voice trembling. I came to stop you. Please, Taehyung, don't do this. Taehyung's mind raced. How had she found out? He glanced at Jungkook, who stood silently in the corner, his expression unreadable. Realization dawned on him, and his eyes narrowed. You told her? Jungkook did not respond, his silence confirming Taehyung's suspicions. One step closer, her eyes pleading. Taehyung, please let him go. This is no you. Taehyung's heart ached at the sight of her, but his anger quickly overshadowed it. You don't understand why, and he deserved this. No, he doesn't. One cried, tears streaming down her face. You are wrong about him. Please, just listen to me. Taehyung shook his head, his resolve hardening. I can't. I have waited too long for this. He turned back to Jungmin, who pulling out a gun and pointing it at him. This is for my parents. Vian's heart stopped. Without thinking, she longed forward, placing herself between Taehyung and her father. No, the sound of dash echoed through the warehouse, followed by a deafening silence. Vian's eyes widened as she looked down at her chest, where a crimson stain was spreading across her white blouse. She stumbled back, her legs giving out beneath her. Vian! Taehyung's voice was a raw, anguished scream, and he dropped the gun and rushed to her side, catching her as she fell. No, 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 Vine, stay with me. Vine looked up at him, her vision blurred. Young, I hate you. Her eyes fluttered shut, her body going limp in his arms. Taehyung heart shattered. As he held her, his tears falling onto her pale face. Vine, please don't leave me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jung Minho watched in horror. His voice weak as he called out to his daughter, "Why, my baby?" Taehyung looked up, his eyes filled with despair. "What have I done?" Taehyung cradled Vine's unconscious body, his hand trembling as he pressed them against the wound on her chest. Seeped through her white blouse, staining his hand crimson. His heart pounded in his chest, his mind racing with panic and regret. Vine, stay with me, he pleaded, his voice breaking. Please don't leave me, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Jungkook stood frozen, his face pale with shock, his hand trembled as he stared at Vine's limp form, his mind unable to process what had just happened. His sister, his baby sister, was laying there, her life hanging by a thread. The little girl he had spent his entire life searching for, the one he had vowed to protect, was now fighting for her life. No, Jungkook whispered, her voice breaking. No, 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 Vine. He stumbled forward, falling to his knees beside Taehyung. His hand reached out, trembling as he touched Vine's pale face. Vine, wake up, please wake up. Taehyung looked up, his tear-static face filled with confusion. Jungkook, what are you? Jungkook's grief turned to rage, his eyes blazing as he turned to Taehyung. You did this. You showed her. She's my sister, Taehyung, my sister. Taehyung's eyes written in shock, his mind struggling to process Jungkook's words. What are you talking about? Jungkook grabbed Taehyung by the collar, his voice shaking with anger and pain. Vine is my sister, the little girl I have been searching for all these years, and you almost killed her. Things had stopped, his words crumbling around him. No, that's not possible. It is, Jungkook screamed, tears streaming down his face. I found the photo in your study, the one of her as a baby. She's my sister, Taehyung, my blood, and you almost took her from me. Taehyung's hand trembled as he looked down at Vian's unconscious body. His mind raced, memories flooding back, the way she had always tried to reach out to him. The way she had loved him despite his coldness, the way she had thrown himself in front of the bullet to save her father, and now he lies. She had been Jungkook's sisters all along. Taehyung had no words. He sat there, his hands stained with violent blood, his heart shattered into a million pieces. He had almost lost everything, his revenge, his love, and now his best friend. Jeong Min, still tied to the chair, watched the scene unfold, his cries of grief filling the air. Why, my baby, my little girl? Jung turned to him, his voice trembling. She's my sister, and you almost killed her, Taehyung. The warehouse was filled with the sound of grief, Taehyung's broken soul, Jungkook's anguished cries, and Jeong Minho's heart-wrenching wails. Wails. The weight of their actions was unbearable, each of them drowning in their own guilt and sorrow. Taehyung clung to Van's unconscious body, his tear falling onto her pale face. I'm so sorry, Van. I did not mean to. I did not know. Jungkook collapsed to the ground, his hand covering his face as he wept. She is all I ever wanted, and I almost lost her. Jungmin, whose voice was weak, filled with despair. She's my daughter, my little girl, and I could not protect her. To be continued.